thoughts of the game?
Well, we were looking for a couple things. We were looking for urgency from the tip, and right away we saw that the guys came with a purpose, with a passion, with their heart, and when we do that defensively, we can cause some issues. So our big thing right now then is to sustain that through 40 minutes. But we were looking for that urgency from the beginning, and I felt like that was there. And it helps to have a home crowd too behind you. It was great.
Talk about CJ and Dre. Different parts they were a little quiet, but then other parts they were very important and kind of took over the game each in their own individual way.
Yeah, I think we do have several guys that when they set their mind to something, they can take over, and CJ can do that in every facet of the game: offense, defense, and transition. He's unique because he can grab a rebound above the rim and then take it all the way and make a good play at the other end too. And then the offensive boards, those little things that those guys can do. I thought Trey set a great tone early with his active hands, with how he was guarding the ball and pressuring the ball. I think that really set the tone for our team. And then those guys, they have the athletic ability. When they really say, okay, let's go, they can really go, and they're tough matchups. So I think on any given night we have 2, 3, 4 guys that can really do that and impact the game that way.
There were times when you would look up and say, "This is going great," and then you look back 2 minutes later and say, what just happened? Talk about, and then maybe if it worries you going forward or not, if the team's ability to hold that lead and not get too comfortable.
Yeah, I think basketball is a game of runs, and teams are good, and teams have good players, and you're going to have runs, you're going to give up runs, and I think for us it's from the beginning it's are we there from the beginning, and then how long can we sustain things? And I think not real concerning, because my biggest concern was are we going to bring it to begin with? That was the concern. So now I'm there's some trust there that says, okay, we've brought it. Okay, now let's do it over 40 minutes or 2 hours of practice or a 30-minute walkthrough or whatever we're doing. We need to bring it during those moments too. So concerning, not really. We're going to give up runs, and that's okay. And E-Town they gave us some punches. I mean, they really did. They didn't back down where we were really putting it on them, and they didn't back down. And number 21 hit some shots, but really I think the key to that then is execution from our end and getting hoops, getting the ball inside. And we did that. We got big hoops when we needed them. So yeah, not real concerning, I would say. The concern was, are we going to bring it? And we did. So we move forward.
Talk about the sustaining the momentum for 40 minutes. There was obviously some disappointment after Saturday. How impressed with the guys are you, considering this is 3 days later after an effort like that to an effort tonight?
Yeah, I think you understand that it's a long year. You understand that, and don't lose perspective on that. But at the same time, you can't move past what is right ahead of you, whether it's a practice or a shoot around or a game or whatever, and say, okay, we've got to change something. We've got to do something a little bit different to get what we want. And we had, after Saturday, we had some good film time that really showed what we were lacking, and then that then transferred onto the court with a practice Monday night that was really, really good. And we worked really hard on some execution things on the offensive end, and that translated today. I think we got off to still a little bit of a slow start within our execution in our half court, but it's getting better, and it's going to continue to get better. So
you've played them now twice, but just talk about the program's first win over E-Town, just what it can do for our program and just where we're headed.
I think it's a big deal for a couple of reasons. One is it's early, and in years past we've struggled getting wins early in the season. So that's a big deal regardless of who it is. Now, with it being E-Town, what are we?
We were 0-5.
0-5, so it's a big deal locally. It's a big deal with recruiting. It's a big deal within the media. It's a big deal for our fans. It's if you want to say it's bragging rights, it's bragging rights. But it's a big deal to our LBC community to be able to do that. And wins are great and everything like that. But today wasn't about winning the ball game. It was about showing what we had, and that's really what we were looking for. So.
Thanks, Coach.